What's up guys, my name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and in today's video we're going to be looking at 5 beginner fragrances that any man new to the fragrance game can start with. First up is arguably the most iconic men's fragrance of all time, or the most well known depending on how you look at it. Cool Water by Davidoff. It's aquatic, it's blue, it's got some green notes in there as well. Sea notes, mint, sandalwood. Because it's an 80s fragrance, it's got a laundry list of notes. There's some lavender in here as well. It is an incredibly versatile and incredibly cheap fragrance, and for that reason I'm including it on the list. There's no situation where you can't wear Cool Water. Obviously it's not ideal for winter or nighttime, but it can still be worn on those occasions and in those seasons. But it can still be worn on pretty much any occasion in any season with relative ease, especially if you're a more mature man. Next up, I'm going for something a little more different. Versace Eros. This is a warmer, spicier fragrance, but having said that though, it still has quite a few green notes as well. It is a vanilla fragrance at its heart though. Here's the bottle right there. Eros is one of those fragrances that is most well known as a clubbing fragrance. However, you could pretty much wear this in any situation and it would still be appropriate. Just choose your sprays carefully. You know, if you're somewhere like an office, obviously only a couple of sprays will do. But if you're in a club, you know, chances are everyone's going to be overspraying, so just go nuts on it. This fragrance in particular is going to appeal to younger men as well. Next up is a fragrance for teenagers or somebody that is, you know, just completely coming in fresh here. You know, they've only really experienced body sprays and whatnot. Adidas Ice Dive. Now, I just reviewed this fragrance and at the moment I've been using it to freshen up this space where I film these videos. It's citrus and mint, and there's some amber in the base that keeps it on your skin. All in all, this is one of the most surprising fragrances I've ever smelt. What you're getting for $8 Australian is comparable in terms of projection and lasting power to something like Davidoff's Cool Water, but even though Cool Water is very affordable, this is $8. Cool Water comes in at, you know, $25, $35, somewhere around there, depending on how big the bottle is. Ice Dive is going to especially appeal to teenagers and younger men. Maybe even more so than Versace, but you know, but Versace has that sort of brand name recognition in a way that Adidas may not, in regards to fragrances at least. Next up is something similar again. This is a fragrance that leans heavy on the citrus, but it also has a slightly more spicy characteristic. This is another fresh, clean fragrance with a little bit of a twist. Tommy for men. This is an iconic 90s fragrance, similar to what Davidoff's Cool Water was to the late 80s. This is to the mid 90s. It's masculine, it's got a lot of citrus in it, and it's got a little bit of sweetness as well. And it comes in at a price point pretty similar to Cool Water as well, so it's very affordable. This fragrance in particular is going to have a universal appeal, as it doesn't really have a limit to who can wear it at what age, you know? I would definitely, like Cool Water, say that this is versatile for all seasons, all occasions, because it's just a nice, fresh, clean smell. However, I would still say Cool Water is slightly more iconic. And last but not least, you couldn't have a list like this without including one evening winter fragrance. Hugo Boss, The Scent. Now the 3 accords that are really going to strike you here are the Maninka, the ginger and leather. This is an exceptional fragrance, and the note breakdown is probably going to appeal more to an older gentleman, but all in all, This is a fantastic fragrance. It's got that unique quality to it with the Maninka. It's got a nice punchy opening with the ginger, and the leather in the base is going to give it that staying power in your skin. Even through the lid, this smells fantastic, and it's definitely a better place to start with than, you know, Boss Bottled or Boss Bottled Tonic or something like that. Well guys, those are 5 fragrances that I recommend to all beginners starting off with a fragrance game. If you've ever worn any of them before, chances are you probably have. Let me know in the comments below, and until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.